I'm Dan,
I'm Chloe.
and we're taking a comic book from concept to print in just 1 year.
This is episode 3 of The Making of Aelara.
In episodes 1 and 2, we worked on brainstorming an idea for our main character design. We worked on revising that, and so today we're presenting our final design for the main character, Aelara, and her sidekick, Nikomata. Nekomata.
Yeah.
And her sidekick, Nekomata.
We also finally decided on a name for Nekomata.
Which is?
Nico.
All right, so let's dive into that now.
The first drawing we did was the Nekomata concept art, where I decided to do like a teal color to contradict like the red that I had put into her design initially. And we decided on a gray cat, like a bluish gray cat with teal highlights, with big fluffy ears, and a single forehead gem eye, third eye thing. And it's like kind of glowy teal.
Yeah.
Speak.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good design for sure. It's simple. It goes well with her main color scheme. So I'm definitely down. And it looks adorable and it looks very cat like. And I can't wait to incorporate it into the story.
Mm-hmm. And then that's for the cat. Do we have anything else to say about the cat?
Nope.
Okay. The second design I did was the first Aelara concept design. She had 3 French braids because in the original he said he liked how there was braids coming from the thought. Since it okay, there's 3 French braids on this design because originally we had said we liked how there was braids in front of her hair like this, and the bangs. So I was like, French braids there. I thought that looked good. I gave her red sleeves, the tighter pants, like in these designs. I gave her a side part to not, yeah. I gave her a side part on the skirt thing.
Oh, like a slit.
Yeah. And
Okay.
yeah. I gave her like a moon shaped staff and like tried to imitate his staffs. I liked the boots and the belt. That was her first design. The third drawing is set this up. The third drawing I didn't like how tight her pants were, so I gave her baggy pants and like a, I don't know what this is called, but square front piece thing. Which I liked much more. I kept the red
Mm-hmm.
sleeves. I gave her like purple wraps and stuff. Apparently forgot to color the red right there. Um, Kept the French braids. I did something like the crystal he did in this drawing. And you zoom in, I kind of gave her like more magic-y looking eyes. And yeah, that's this drawing. I also gave her like a neck piece here, which I didn't do in the other drawing. So I try to get that back from my drawings. Um, yeah. Is anything to say?
Nope.
Okay. Lost. Um, this page was the notes he made, where these were all my original drawings, and these were the alterations we decided on. Explain your alterations.
um. So a lot of times you I guess some of the things I catch with your drawings almost all the time is in the proportions of body parts. No, most commonly, it's a torso issue where the torso is a little bit small and the waist is kind of like really high. And another thing that I find pretty common is like just waist down is super stocky compared to the rest of the body. So I think I played with that a little bit. There was a couple little small things like the hand size, mostly just I guess proportions. Um, let's see. I pointed out some good things. Maybe doing a little bit of work on the mood of the face, but it was, I mean, more. It was mostly just to adjust proportions, um, and point out to you like what I really liked about it.
He also fixed the color scheme on the one drawing,
Which one was that?
the one that's not red.
Oh, yeah, we talked. We're battling back and forth. Chloe really likes the red in the design. I like more of a monotone design, just
Yeah.
kind of purplish bluish all the way straight through. So it's going to be something we're going to have to compromise on later
Mm-hmm.
on, or she gets some type of red outfit or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
I also played a little bit around with the cat's face. Um, you did it on purpose, but you gave him very squinty almost eyes,
Mm-hmm.
which I played around with a little bit. And
I
then
think the
good.
squinty eyes, the issue with them was mostly the pupils or like the iris of the eyes were just too small.
Okay.
Like if they were to be bigger, it would look like it's squinting unless like it just had small eyes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. All
Which
right.
we didn't keep this squinting eyes, so it doesn't matter. But
So where did you go from here then?
from here, I'm just gonna say what I kept. Um, I mostly kept the shape of this outfit plus a couple of added things and like the color palette, and then I copied the eyes from this drawing. We got rid of the braids because we decided that it was a little bit too much, or I guess we liked the bangs better. I don't remember exactly what happened, but we did not keep the side braids. Um, we're
It's
still
it's a
undecided.
bit much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're still undecided on tattoos and stuff, and like patterns on the shirt. But I also kept this staff over here, which I really liked, and yeah, next drawing. And the final design, we decided on the purple color palette, though I had a couple of outfits. So like we had the red, we had a toned down red. But then I ultimately decided that the purple looked the best. Now, I have a little bit of red in her eyeballs, and that's all the red we kept. Um
I gave you the option. I said I would allow the red to go through.
I decided that the red wasn't really about the like whole of the outfit. I didn't particularly like it in the outfit. I just liked the color a lot,
Mm-hmm.
which is why I just gave up on it. Because I figured we can add it for another character or do something different outfits. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
I copied the tattoo design from one of his drawings previously. Um, we got the old bangs back from one of my old drawings because we decided that looked the best.
Super smart. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really like that compared to them.
I added like sweater details because she does live in a cold area,
Mm-hmm.
and also just adds like texture and like difference in material, which I liked, and I thought it fit her really well.
It makes it for sure. It makes it look a little more like 3 dimensional.
Um, do we do any other change? Purple eyes and purple staff. We decided on. I do have where is this layer? I do have she does have red eyes. She does have red staff, but we ultimately decided on everything being purple. Then with the cat, we I had two options. Either this like blue with green highlights, or we have yellow with teal highlight, or like the green with teal highlights. But we liked the blue one more, so we kept that. We also have I also made different pattern designs, so I thought maybe we can add a red symbol. And then he said like teal initially. So we have teal symbols, which we're gonna put one here, but I also did Wasn't like the lower part on her shirt, but we liked it up here. I put it teal. Um, we also made a more simple version of the tattoos, which I like more personally, and we will be simplifying them later on.
I agree. Yep.
But yeah.
Yes. So I'm super happy with the final design. I don't really think it needs any adjustments with the design at all. I did play with a couple of small things. Um, one was in your initial drawings
Mhm.
weeks ago, um, you had the hair color, which is like the outer portion was black outline, but well, all these like kind of inner lines and all that were kind of this pinkish tan maybe color. And
Yeah.
I really liked that about your drawings.
Mhm.
So I took your drawing, copied it, did a couple quick adjustments, and sent it to you. And you, I think, agreed with
Mhm.
me that that also looked pretty good. It also simplifies the hair into
Yeah.
more sections,
Mhm.
so it's like less complicated, and it
Yeah.
gives you more kind of energy to focus on the eyes and the expression of the face rather
Mhm.
than so much going on within the hair. So that was one minor change we did with
Yeah.
that. um Another thing I did was some slight adjustments to the proportions. I think with I think maybe my initial thought with the size and proportions of your original drawing was that it might have been a little tiny bit too childlike.
Mm.
Like if our character is going to be 11, 12, like I think maybe I thought your character was looking a little bit like 9.
Well, you gotta remember she's also short.
Yeah. So I did, in the proportions, I did stretch her just a little bit. I think I might have extended the torso distance just a little
Mhm.
bit. And then the upper portions of the arms, I just kind of extended the arms and give a
Mhm.
little bit of length to that too. But that was basically
Mhm.
it for that. I did toy with the staff a little bit, and I think you said you liked that idea.
I don't know if I like the crystal
I
or
don't know.
like
I don't like the crystal either because it
yeah.
looks sure it just looks like a pineapple.
Um, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the crystal. I do like that it's like I do like the like color of the moon, but I don't know if I like the crystals coming out of it.
Hmm.
But I do really like the shape of the staff
Yeah,
and kind of want to do that for the other like her final design.
I'm down for that. Yeah,
So I do think it looks way better than the like circle. I think
yeah,
the circle one is kind of like standard staff.
right. So you want to create something a little more
Yeah,
unique. Yeah. So
it just looks
maybe
cooler.
I think maybe what we'll do then is in this next by next time, let's just tinker with the new staff idea,
Yeah.
what we want to do with the moon shape, and is there going to be any crystals at all? Is it
Hmm.
only going to be just moon shape? And we'll play with that a little bit.
There's one other thing. How about instead of stretching her body to make her look a little bit older, there's we maybe instead of stretching the body to make her older, like you said before, where you were like before you had said that they looked a little bit like to make them look younger, you increase the head size. Well, we want her to look a little bit older. So my idea is instead of making her taller,
Mm-hmm.
just like that's maybe like
Mm-hmm.
that does not line up, but maybe like decrease the head size a little bit.
Okay.
Like I think that makes her look a little bit older,
Yeah.
and she still keeps her
Yeah.
shortness.
Yeah. Okay. What else did we do? So one of the main things we needed to do for rep for um, one of the main things we need to do for repeating the same character and having it look like the same character over and over again
Mm.
is to have generalized proportions. What we had, I don't know if we even had this within one of the drawings. Oops. Uh, I did, yes. So,
No skeleton on.
no, we don't need a skeleton one on. Okay, so one of the so what I came up with was the proportion of the body were going to be 5.5 heads tall, um, and then her body minus her head would be divided up into three equal parts. Would be
Yeah.
torso, upper leg, and then lower leg. And then if we repeat those same proportions over and over and over again for every drawing and every pose, then we should come up with the same equal proportions every time.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as we keep the same colors and the same details and the same hairdo and all that stuff, it should be a very repeatable character that always looks like Aelara.
Yeah.
So that was something we kind of like came up with there. Um, was there anything else that we worked on?
You did your sketch if you want to talk about that.
Nah, we'll talk
Okay.
about that next time.
I don't think so.
All right, so we have a completely final character now.
Yeah.
So what are we doing now? What's the plan?
I think next time we were going to talk. I think you were doing a background study, so we were going to make a short video on your background study,
Okay.
and then after that, we're going to post a video, or we're going to make a video about. We are going to be doing the sketches of facial expressions and like dynamic poses that we
Mm-hmm.
can use as references, and we're just going to draw her a whole ton of times. I don't remember the number that we said, but
A ton.
yeah,
Basically, we want to come
drawing
up
her a
with
lot.
yeah. So basically, we want to come up with a library of references of our specific character, so that anytime during our comic book, when we need to put her into any position, we have an idea of what she looks like when she's afraid, what she looks like when she's angry, what she looks like when she's sleeping, what she looks like when she's sitting at a table, anything like that. We want to kind of come up with, have a visual reference of that so that we can refer to that anytime we need to like plop her into any scene. And that's it. So we're gonna, I don't know how many sketches that means we're gonna do, but we're gonna come together, come up with a list of um, poses and facial emotions so that we can cover as much of that as we can in like a week's time.
Yeah. Um, we also said we were going to work on the main character's like personality traits and
Yeah.
like how she would react in situations and just dive into her character in the story. I don't know if we're going to post a video on that because it may contain like spoilers and stuff, or if we
Mm-hmm.
do post a video, it'll be like we'll try not to put it as much. It'll be shorter. There's not that
Well,
video.
what we can do is go through the our method of finding out her
Yeah.
psychology without actually giving away her psychology.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be maybe a little bit of a short video as well.
Yeah.
So it could be just more if you wanted to build a character, what kind of character traits are are you going to
Yeah.
put into there?
I think we're also discussing like how her environment and like the situations she's in will shape her first like as a human.
Yeah.
So 3 videos planned.
All right. Anything else for today?
I don't think so.
All right. Awesome.
Thanks for watching episode 3 of The Making of Aelara.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Anyway Comics.
And we'll see you next time for episode 4.